Jackson. think nandun ano, See right here, I'm talking to this.
So I do have my phone. I'm not compensating, right? No. No. Can I mute it? Turn it. Oh, I'm doing a hole. Okay. Oh no. Okay. 4 to 14.
Live. Nope, still nothing. Where is where is my little still gone? There we go. That's what it is. Testing, testing, speaking. Speaking. This went down. Okay. Coming back online. We'll use this. That's fine. Howdy, howdy, howdy. We are. My goodness.
Okay, we are back and rolling here. We've got NYAC against DC Diplomats. Looks like it's going in halftime now. The score sits at 7 to DC, 19 to NYAC. Quite a turnaround from the expectation. Everyone was going into this one thinking this would be a stellar knockout game, but looks like DC's struggling to get any offense moving. I'm joined in the booth today with Joshua Coe of Case Western fame. He's here turning the camera for us. Thank you very much, Josh. After this, up next, we're going to have another round, the last round of games for the day. This court is going to be talked by Trip Ortega, and the court across from us is going to be talked by new handball mom, Alyssa Clement. This court, we've got Milwaukee versus San Diego Team Handball Club, men's side of things. And on the 9:15 on the other, we've got Los Angeles versus Minnesota. 19-7. I didn't get to watch much the first half of this game. Trying to scramble to make sure everything's in place for this thing to go as well as it can. Unfortunately for everyone, that means that we're going to have another 8 minutes before we get to any action here. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break.
Yeah, for me, it's already been over a 20-year show. And over those 20 years, it's been constant growth and learning through every situation, whether I was coaching a club in Europe or coaching a club in the United States or playing in the United States or playing in Europe. All of those things had a major impact on what the plan is and what, supports the dream. And that plan is now worldwide, and it's going through Denmark. For me, that plan starts with taking care of the athletes that we currently had because they've just accomplished a lot. And how do we take care of those athletes, and then how do we take care of our staff, and then financially how do we support ourselves?
And when you increase
those 3 points, and then comes the fact of, well, how do you build more Americans in the United States playing handball? And that's one of the greatest challenges we've ever had. And, there's been highs and lows for that, and we're looking. We are looking for a more consistent method for that, and that's what's going on right now.
If this
well,
goes
for
dead
a lot of Americans, that dream is to be in the Olympics, and that's a huge dream. And a lot of it is more reality now because LA is in less than 2.5 years. So now, as that reality and people are facing it every day that goes by, people are realizing they're closer to their dream, and more players want to be involved. And I want to do everything that everything that those players want to accomplish. I want to help them, and there's more than 14 players that want to be in the Olympics. There's a lot more, and going through that and supporting each one of those players is part of the dream I have as well, supporting and then seeing them succeed in that dream. Well, representing the United States is something. It's like representing. If you're from Denmark, it's like when you represent Denmark and you get to put on the colors, you feel, hey, I don't want to lose this, and I want to represent correctly, and I want myself, my staff, and all our players to represent the United States and feel that pride as we, chase not only just this Olympics, but chase the next Olympics after that and the World Championships. And it's going to require a lot of sacrifice from a lot of different people, myself, and a lot of players. Well, the great thing about, being in Denmark and, seeing all the different clubs and the players and the youth and, male and female players, and it's that you can really focus in one area and focus on one thing and, focus on handball, where for me, that's kind of like where Florida will be. Right now I'm recruiting athletes from all over, but as I get associated into Florida, where I am in the Treasure Coast, is, to focus on that area and now really incorporate some handball structure in that area. Now it takes time, and we have a facility, and that's what I will encourage, and I'm encouraging any club in the United States, whether it's Cal Heat or New York or LA or Chicago or all the clubs, Ohio State, these college clubs, North Carolina, they all have an infrastructure and they're building within their area, you know. So that's kind of, if you can support those clubs and support the area and let them work, that's going to be a huge step for handball. For me, the answer is pretty easy. Focus on where you are in the United States, and do what you can in there, and just do your one job well. And when you do that one job, everything sort of, the dominoes start taking effect, because people want to be a part of successful things.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
So what do I just adjust the clock now? No, the clock starts at 0 and goes up here, and here, it's kind of down there. So it's a little bit mental math, but so here, I'm going to go ahead, muted, so there's no more
live. Welcome, welcome. We have New York and DC. And now we've got some ruffle and tussle happening. All right. Looks like we're getting ourselves situated for a 7-meter penalty shot. And oh, that is a score for NYAC. Now we are up 30-12. NYAC in the red and DC in the black. And we've got some ball movement going on. Oh, a little, wow. Wow. He's bringing him to the ground. This is a very physical sport, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we've got a timeout.
When you're close, you can feel it.
All right. Oh, and we got a score for DC, making it 30-12. No, 30-13. All right. We've got some ball movement going on. And what is, all right. Oh, look at that. Look at number 7 go. That's the wing. And that is a score for NYAC, making it 31-13. And we've got some action going on in DC. 52, moves it back, passing it to the wing, number 23, and he scores. Now score is 31-14. Mag's gonna take the ball up the middle. Looks like they're getting themselves situated here. All right, got some ball movement going on. Oh, look at them go. Oh, passing to the pivot, but the pivot's got 2 guys on him. 2 defenders. Oh, goalie block, and looks like we lost a Malcolm. I'm not really quite sure what that is on the court. Nobody else seems to mind what that white piece of fabric is on the court. Okay, and we got a score for NYAC. It is 32-14. And you got some more balls moving on the court, and that object is still on the court. Might be a mouth guard, might not be a mouth guard. All right, okay. All right, ball stayed in bounds. We're good to go there. And oh, look at that shot, but fully saved it. So now it's NYAC. All right. What are we gonna cook up here for the team in red? We've got some motioning happening, and looks like they're playing with a person out. Oh, we're gonna call it. Yep. Play is resetting now. What's going on? He's touching his shoe. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a wow. A lot of aggression happening there. Got a player get hit and all right. We're gonna have a 7-meter. I'm not sure he's lining up. Yep, we're gonna have a 7 meter because that was aggressive. All right. Whoa, 7 meter score for number 9 from NYAC. So that brings our score to 33 minutes and 14 seconds. Okay. All right. Oh, look at that ball movement go. And they try to pass it to pivot, but all right. It remains DC's ball. And now their pivot's going to come out, restart to play at the 9 meter. All right. We got some great ball movement going on right there. Okay. Oh, what a block by number 13 is NYAC. Now it's goalie ball. So their goalie is going to go toss down the court. They're going to get themselves set up. Looks like their offensive wings are already there. Their pivot's getting down there. Their backs are slowly making their way up to net. Dribbling. Oh, what a jump. He tries a bounce pass, but it just didn't work. We tried. All right. Number 79 then he passes it to their wing and they score, giving DC 15 points now. Okay. NYAC is going to reset themselves. They are up by 8 points. Out of bounds, a little too aggressive there with the passing to their wing. So you got some dribbling going on by their back. All right, passing to the pivot, a bounce pass, but just couldn't get that to work. And now we've got their wing coming up. Oh, it remains NYAC's ball. We'll see if they can do a little relaxing and calm down. They got 8 minutes left in this game. Let's see if they can keep the tempo going. Oh, their wing shoots and he scores. The left wing for NYAC just scored, and now that gives NYAC 34 points, and DC has 15. Oh, with that 16, they just scored. Now we might have ourselves a game. Oh, we'll see. See how things shake out in the next few minutes. We've got one person playing out, so they're playing 5-on-1. Oh, what a pass across the court, but a little just too high from their back, number 12. Went over the goalie. All right, DC. Oh, they got some pushing and shoving happening there. That's the thing about indoor handball. There is, oh, bounce pass inside the net. Could not be stopped, bringing the score to 34 points for NYAC and 17 points for DC. We have ourselves a game. We're going to do some passing around. We'll wonder if we're going to get a passive call anytime soon. Nope. I'm going to wrap it up. Restart the play at 9 minutes. Okay. Oh, that is a goal. That is a goal for Naya. What a shot. Oh, look at that. We made control of the ball despite all of that physicality happening there. If you're just tuning in, we have NYAC and UC Diplomats playing each other. We are currently in Iowa, and there's a lot of handball happening here this week. We have some national championships. We had Greenland and Mexico, Canada, and US. We had the finals today, so Mexico beat Canada in the bronze match. And then the US and Greenland played each other in the gold and silver. Greenland took home silver, and US took home gold. So now they qualify for World Championships. And then we also have nationals taking place in the elite division and the open division. So we've got men's teams from all over the country, and we have women's teams all over the country. And the games end up tomorrow. So tonight we're having semifinals. Tomorrow we're gonna have final placements. And then we all go back home to our respective cities. But it's been a great time here in Iowa. Flew into Chicago, took a little detour to the Field of Dreams house. I don't know what city in Iowa it is, but it looks the same as the movie with Kevin Costner and the lady from the Weapons movie who won Best Supporting Actress Academy Award this year. She plays the wife. And Ray Liotta, James Earl Jones, a lot of other people in that movie. And it's nice. It's a baseball movie. And you go up to the house, you drive up, and there's a little booth, and you make a donation if you want. You can get a souvenir pin, and you walk across the field, and the house from the movie is right there. And also the baseball field that's in the movie that Kevin Costner builds is also right there. And the people who run the house, they have kind of like baseball bats and baseball up for people to play with. And it's pretty cool. You can go play catch, you can go hit the ball. You have to obviously go get your own ball. There's nobody out there manning it. But no, it's pretty nice that they just offer all this equipment there for people to just go play and hang out. You can tour the house. They offer museum tours of the house. I did not go in because when we got there, it was like 3:34 p.m. and our last tours were at 3:30. So we missed that final tour. But there's also a restaurant on site. There's an ice cream stand that was closed when we were there. There's the souvenir shop. And most recently, the MLB has built an actual baseball stadium there. And they have what's called the Field of Dreams game. And I don't know which teams play there, but some of the look at that spot by NYAC. Some baseball teams will go play a game there. And you can buy tickets, and it's an actual in-season game, and it's pretty cool. So obviously, when you get there, you can tell the difference between the movie baseball field, which is way smaller than the MLB baseball field because there's like big stadium lights and actual seating, and it looks like an arena. But no, it's pretty fun, and I highly recommend watching the movie before you go. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like, "What is this lighthouse with a baseball field mix?" But it's pretty cool. Highly recommend. And then we also went to Dubuque, uh, fun little city. It's right along the Mississippi River, and we went to a place called Stone Brewery Company, I believe it's called. Delicious food. We had a street corn Mexican dip. Delicious. And they gave us tortilla chips. Oh, wow. He went sliding like a little penguin on ice. So yes, highly recommend Dubuque, Iowa. It's literally right on the Mississippi River, and they have a beautiful walking trail where you can just go walk along the Mississippi. And if you know anything about that iconic river, it stretches from the north of the United States all the way to the south of the United States. It exits out in Louisiana. So it's pretty iconic, and it's pretty neat to just be able to say, yeah, you know what? I am walking along the Mississippi River. Whoa, look at that shot by DC. It is now 36 to 22. And we've got some discussion going on between NYAC and the referees, but I think it's all in just. And we are coming down to the final minutes of this game. and we'll see. I think, them being up by 14 points, might be pretty tough for DC to come back, but that shot did not go in, so, if they do 14 more of those, actually 15, because you gotta, now he has to do 14 more, and we'll see. I think it's pretty safe to say that NYAC has this one wrapped up in the bag. Looks like they're pretty happy about that. And we'll see who they end up playing tomorrow and at what time and for what place. Oh, what a beautiful shot by the pivot. And they're going to go try to take the final shot. Wow. And they score. So that is time. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. We are about to get this game started. San Diego versus Milwaukee. We have San Diego in the yellow, and we've got Milwaukee in the blue. You don't really like that color yellow. There we go. That's kind of better. All right. So we are about to get going with San Diego and Milwaukee. I think our referees are still just getting set up. And this might be our final game of the night. We'll see. I think we all have to be out of here by 10 p.m. So that would make sense that this is the final game of the night. These gentlemen look very ready. All right, table is putting their hands up. They are indicating that they are ready. Referees, and we are off. Milwaukee is starting with the ball, and they're doing some friendly hellos, some greetings. Let's get our pleasantries out of the way. Got some ball movement going on. And well, this is a semifinals game, I believe. And so the winner of this will play tomorrow. Oh, look at that crossing though. And he ran into the brick yellow wall. But that goalie blocked it. They saved it. And there is no goal. And Milwaukee's defense blocked that. And now they're going to restart the play. And we've got our defense setting up, Milwaukee in the blue and white, and we got San Diego in the yellow and black. Getting that ball moved around. I wonder if they're going to call passive anytime soon. We'll see. Oh, brick blue wall today. You got brick yellow walls and brick blue walls with the defense. And Milwaukee score their first point of the match. And you got some drums here. Been hearing the drum all weekend, actually. We could never figure out where it was coming from, but now we know where that drum is coming from. All right. They're doing some great ball movement going on. I'm just always so fascinated. This is my second indoor tournament. My first one was the Mala Cup in 2024. That was in Denver, Colorado. Beautiful. And now, we got a second point for Milwaukee. So now the score is 2-0. Milwaukee up. We're just getting in to the game. Okay, bye. All right. We are double teaming this. Perfect. My cameraman has been replaced. Oh, San Diego scores their first point. So now it is 2-1. Kind of tight. All right. You got the center. Oh, what a pass across the court. Look at that go. Look at that. Look at that ball movement. Look at that footwork. Whoa, whoa. What a fake. Even I fell for that fake. Oh, the wings always look like they can fly. I feel like that's why their position is called the wings. They're just so fast and speedy and quick, and then the way they just jump around on that six, the goalie arc. It's it's great. Handball has just been so fun to watch. There's really nothing Nothing like it. Because, you can dribble the ball, you can throw the ball, you can shoot the ball like that. You can it's a very physical game. You can block, you can tackle, you can push people like that. You cannot hit them from see, you can move and roll on the ground. One day I'm gonna learn how to roll on the ground like that. I feel like there's an art to jumping and then rolling. They have to like tuck and roll properly, to protect your neck and spine. But I feel like that's just an art form of rolling. And you're slipping and sliding along this court. There are some of these guys and girls, because we have men and women's teams here. Some of them are wearing knee pads, some of them are not. And San Diego scores, tying the game up to 3. But I feel so just concerned, right, for the bodies of people who are just not wearing knee pads, elbow pads, mouth guards. Like this game, very physical game. And now the ball goes rolling around on the sideline. Okay, we are still tied at 3, and we're about 10 minutes into the game. Yeah, no, that's not right. 5 minutes into the game. That sounds more like it because it's 25-minute naps. Yes, that's right. I come from a beach handball background, and in beach handball, you have 2 10-minute sets, and you play one set. Whoever scores the most points obviously wins that set. But the fun fact about beach handball is the second set, the time resets and the score resets. So it's really anybody's set to take. And if you win both sets, that's it. That team is up 2-0. They won the whole game. If a team wins one set and then the other team wins the second set, then we go into what's called a shootout, because you end the game at 1-1. And then in the shootout, you've got 5 players that will go shoot for a goal. And then whoever wins that shootout wins the game. If a set ends in a tie, then you end up going to a golden goal, where that is a first point wins. And beach handball is very different scoring. So in indoor handball, every shot taken and scored is 1 point, no matter if you tuck and roll and shoot it, if you do a bounce pass and shoot it, no matter how the ball goes into the net, even if the goalie, like that wing just flew across the court. And that is 1 point. And and are we? No, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. And now Milwaukee.
Sometimes you just have to like bump it again. Yeah, 3-5. You're good.
But I was too busy chatting. I forgot to update the score. Sorry, folks at home. We're just chit-chatting a bunch.
Did you not do it?
I forgot to update the score. I was just too busy talking about the differences between beach handball and indoor handball, but we're all good now. The score is Milwaukee has 5 points and San Diego has 3. And now it looks like a foul was assessed, and San Diego is going to take a 7-meter penalty shot. And they scored. So now the score is 5-4. Nope. The score is 6-3. There we go. Now we got it all together. Now we're good. We're getting it together. We're all just here. Well, some of us are here for more than fun, but me personally, I'm here for fun. This is my second indoor handball tournament. It's been 2 years since I played this sport. I am learning as we go. All right. San Diego just scored again. What a beautiful shot. So now the score is 7-3. And Milwaukee's taking the ball up. I will focus more on the game instead of telling you all the differences between beach handball and indoor handball. But fun fact, in case you're interested, the national team for beach handball just also won their North America and Caribbean Handball Championships, just like the United States won for indoor today. And now the USA women and men, they both won, and they recently played in St. Kitts, beautifully hosted venue and tournament. So both the United States men and women won respectively, and now they have qualified for World Championships, which is taking place, which is taking place in Croatia, June 23rd through 28th. So if you need some sports to get into, some more sports to get into, one, obviously recommend indoor handball. And then two, recommend beach handball because both teams are doing very well. We've got some strong Milwaukee supporters here. We've got the drums. Oh, ball hit the foot. That means it's a turnover. I have learned that this weekend. If the ball hits your foot, it's a turnover. Oh, there we go. Look at that dribble. He lost the ball in that traffic. And I was a little too aggressive of a pass. It went out of bounds, so we got to throw the ball back in and play on. Beautiful. All right. We've got our goalie, San Diego goalie, going back into his net. And we've got, no, that is not our horn. There are 4 courts here. And you hear all types of, see, there we go. That's what we're talking about. Ball hit his foot. Hey, wow. That is a score for Milwaukee, bringing us to 7-5. And because Milwaukee scored, San Diego is going to start their offense in the middle of the circle. Also, a new rule that I learned today that when the opponent scores, then you start everybody lined up center court. Pivot starts with the ball in the circle. If they, oh, look at that. Okay, Wings couldn't just hold on to the ball. It now belongs to Milwaukee. It is Milwaukee's ball. They're going to bring it up court. All right. We are almost halfway through our first period, I believe it's called, right? Because I just talked to you all about how it works. Oh, a little too excited there. Ball went out of bounds. Ball belongs to San Diego offense. Perfect. And now they're going to just do some ball movement and work. Trying to pass through the pivot, but just a little too high for the pivot to catch and hold on to. And now it became goalie ball. So now Milwaukee on offense is going to bring it up court. All right. That brings us to timeout. Thanks, folks. It does not bring us to timeout. Again, that is not our scoreboard. Our horn. Oh. Interestingly enough, the referees are just letting this game play out. They have not called a lot of 2-minute fouls or anything, and there's just been like the 1 7-meter shot. Very interesting enough. some of these games, there's been very physical. There's been some red cards assessed, a lot of 7-meter penalty shots assessed. And sometimes referees just let them play. And it remains San Diego's ball. Referees are pointing where the possession is. Their pivot's going to take the ball out at the 9-meter to restart. And their pivot is just moving around, creating space for the backs, and the back just got held up. The defense, they're going to restart again at the 9-meter. Oh, wow. He even faked me out. All right, restart the play again at 9 meters. Let's see. Maybe fourth time is the charm. It is not because the ball was taken away from the Milwaukee defender. Now, offense is going to bring it up. And their wings are already set up. And there, that shot goes. So now we are 7-6. Ball starting in the middle with our pivot number 49. Oh, you got a yellow card. Yellow card is a warning. It's a little more severe than a 2-minute suspension, but it's not as severe as a red card, which is an immediate ejection from the game. I think they're just a little too handsy. They got a couple players on the ground now from San Diego, and looks like the Milwaukee defender, tried to pick the opponent up, which you probably can't do. And now they're gonna talk over what's happening, about why that foul occurred. So now the 7-meter penalty is about to be shot by number 10, Lopez. And he scores, bringing us to 8-6. And we are officially halfway through the first period. Look at that. Look at that aggression, though. Look at all this physicality. This is what makes handball so interesting. And indoor handball is an Olympic sport. And if you are interested in trying to participate, you can try out also for the indoor handball team. They are going to automatically qualify for the Olympics because LA is hosting. And so when America hosts the Olympics, our teams automatically qualify. So if you have any interest in trying to be an Olympian, now is your chance. Men and women are hosting tryouts throughout the country, throughout the year. You can look for them on Instagram, USA Team Handball. They've got posts there and information there about where you can find a tryout. They've got them in California, Iowa. They were held this weekend. Usually they're held in conjunction with the tournaments, since that aligns with people's schedule and all the travel plans. So yes, if you have any interest in being an Olympian, now is your opportunity. You can try out for the men or women's teams. There are 16 people on a roster, so make sure you bring your A game. But there's pretty much all transferable skills if you played any sport previously: basketball, water polo, cross, golf. Pretty much find some way to find something that works with handball. Lots of opportunities. So, like I said, highly recommend. All right, back to this game because we are now nearing the end of this first period, and we've got a lot of pushing and shoving going on. So now San Diego is going to bring the ball up. And look at that. Look at that pass to the wing. The way that the wings just float, it's just so beautiful. It's Beautiful position. You gotta be quick though. He's gotta be down the court pretty fast, and then they need to be able to jump into the 6 meter arc. Oh, that Milwaukee player threw the ball right to this San Diego player, which I don't think was his intent at all. All right. That is a timeout for us. It is not. Again, with the horn. We have 4 courts going on, games happening all at the same time. It is now Milwaukee ball. It seems to be some confusion there. And they did a fast break and he scored. But San Diego got a 2 minute for throwing the player down onto the ground. So I believe that goal still counts. Waiting to waiting to see if the foul was committed before the person scored. Yes. Yes. Got a little family commentating camera action here. So I am on the microphone talking to you all listening, and my husband is working the camera, and he is head coach of the women's national team for the beach. And then we've got our son just sitting here quietly. Thankfully he's quiet right now. He's 3 months old. So it's a little family affair, just working the camera, video, audio, uh, functioning here on court 1. Oh, San Diego scored. So now we are looking at a 9-7. Is that us? All right, that is our timeout. See you, folks.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunderborg, we are close.
All right, folks. I think we are now. All right. Timeout is over. Welcome back. We've got about 8 minutes left. And in this period. Oh, what a block. What a save by the goalie. I'm probably more interested in this goalie's outfit because usually, the goalies wear solid colors like black pants and like a neon color top. But I'm really loving this goalie's outfit. He's got the bright yellow pants and he's got the, what's that word? Like a blend. Gradients, yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. His top is a gradient, a pink and then a yellow So it really just flows together so well.
Where'd you stop?
All right, we got a 7 meter, and it went. Oh, I've been seeing that happen a lot today. The 7 meter. Oh, what a save by the San Diego goalie.
Or like I can't get a full rotation. Weird. Somehow they got the real aid crew here. We got kids in San Diego working the stats. We have a baby over here. And I'm freaking
Oh, what? All right, defense almost got there, but wow, amazing. That score is 11-7. San Diego really is running away with this lead now. They're up by 4 points with about 5-ish. Nope, 3 minutes left in the game. And Milwaukee just scored, bringing it down to 3 points. Look how fast these guys fly. We had ourselves a turnover there. Now San Diego offense is completely just body checking each other. I don't think you're allowed to just run into people like that, but what do I know? So yeah, that is a 7 meter because you definitely can't do that. So glad I was right about that one. So now we got okay, San Diego scores. So now the score is 13-8, and we're almost done with this first period.
16 players then.
Boy threw the ball at his knees, but it did not touch his feet. So I guess that means it is not a turnover. And
Like, sorry, perfect. Yeah, that part of it. Like the last
boy, oh, that ball remains with Milwaukee. And play restarted at the 9 meter, and we got some hands up indicating it might be passive, but the referee is not indicating a passive. Maybe that's just a play that's being called by the San Diego bench. All right, ball restarts again for Milwaukee, and there are 3 defenders on this player. And he tried to shoot right over the 3 defenders. Oh, that ball hit the goalie right in the face. What's going on here? That wing just flew into the 6 meter. And now we're going to have a 7 meter penalty shot for Milwaukee, it looks like. That was a lot. Oh. And Milwaukee scores. So now it is 13-9, and we've got about 6 seconds left.
don't get off.
That's it for the first period. See you all in a little bit.
When you're close, you can feel it.
JK.
Like I'm in the middle stairs. See?
Hello. welcome back. There is 0 time on the clock. However, we have somebody from San Diego shooting, and we've got Milwaukee with. All right. Now that is the end of the first period. See you in a little bit.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
Hello, hello, hello. We are getting geared up to start our second period. The score is San Diego 13 points and Milwaukee has 9. So now we're going to get a fresh set of 25 minutes. And it looks like San Diego is very eager to get going. They're doing some Macarena. Oh, yeah. I see it now. They're doing the Macarena with the San Diego women on the bench. And I think they're feeling it. They're feeling the lead. We'll see if the momentum can continue. And we are underway here in Iowa. Teams are all over from the country have come here. We've got some from Columbus, Ohio, San Diego, California, San Francisco, California. We have Salt Lake City, Utah here. We've got Philadelphia here, Washington, D.C., Milwaukee, Minnesota, SoCal. Yep, there are 2 teams from SoCal. They are a new handball club. And we've got a couple teams from New York, Boston. I mentioned Philadelphia, Houston, some teams from New Jersey. And now the referees need to convene what just happened.
And then they score, and you're like,
it looks like you don't. Oh, all right. It is now San Diego's ball because it looks like it hit the foot of a Milwaukee defender, number 27. So San Diego is going to bring that up. Bring that up the court.
oh gosh. They put Tyler 10, and they said it could be like a 9 to 12 month recovery.
All right, we've got some footwork going there. Oh, that wing was waiting for it in the wings and then threw it back inside and bounced off foot of the goalie, and now it remains San Diego ball.
It's like, it's getting tired to the bottoms.
Okay, we're gonna keep passing the ball around some more. And I believe all of our other games are wrapping up. This is the last game of the evening. Our 9:15 p.m. games, the last ones that we've got, and then we will be here bright and early tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.
The baby shower.
And we've got final placements happening tomorrow. So women will play 7th and 8th place, and so on and so on, all the way up to the gold and silver match. And then same thing for the men. There's that brick blue wall again.
Got the skinny little guy.
Look at the defense going, and we're going to restart the play at the 9 meters, San Diego. And they're doing some good passing around. It's like big defense. And Milwaukee threw that player down. Definitely cannot do that. All right, that's his last warning of the evening. If I can read the referee's lips. I actually just watched that Seinfeld episode where Jerry is dating the woman who reads lips, and they bring her to the party. It's like a party trick. She can read the lips because George wants to find out why this girl broke up with him. And she does a reasonably good job. And her and Kramer are signing what the Oh, see, again, look at that. They got tangled up, and we have already been issued a couple warnings for this player, and now it's like, yeah, looks like that Milwaukee player is just gonna sit down, get substituted. Just very eager and ambitious. So we're gonna swap him out with player number 3 from Milwaukee. And did not even see where that other San Diego player went. Maybe he's okay. I'm assuming he's okay. All right. They threw the ball to the pivot. There was a lot of traffic in there. Threw the ball to the pivot again. Still in a lot of traffic. Now we've got Milwaukee on a fast break, but the goalie saved it. And now the ball is. They were waiting for a whistle. And it looks like oh, are you allowed to push the ball right there? I'm not really sure. I feel like I should just have a rule book here so I can just flip through with like a little glossary and I can just look up the keyword like pushing and shoving and then be taken to this goal is blocking and saving all types. He's using his legs and his arms. He is doing amazing because the score is still 14-9. And it's second period. And I obviously have no way of knowing how many goals that he saved. I feel like that's the statistician's duty. I don't know if we have anybody taking stats here. Maybe they're counting how many saves goalkeepers have. And obviously we'll know how many. Oh, that counts as a save. And ball now belongs to Milwaukee offense. So goalkeeper this ball. They're going to bring it up court. And Milwaukee scored. Now they are still down by 4. We got to get that extra. San Diego with 14 points and Milwaukee with 10. And we're about a quarter of the way through. My math is right. Well, yeah, about a quarter of the way. All right, we tried to lob it in. Lobbing in is a way to shoot, I've learned. And Milwaukee's bringing the ball up. We still got the drum circle going, so we have the respective women's teams here cheering everybody on. Milwaukee women are here cheering on their men, and the San Diego women are here cheering on their guys. There have been a couple of cities that I brought both men's and women's teams. There have been some cities that only brought men's teams, and some cities that only brought women's teams. For example, I am playing with Philly women, and we are 2-2. We have won 2 games, and we've lost 2 games. And there's no men's team here for Philly. So just look for your local club wherever you live, but you're also more than welcome to be a free agent and play with any team that needs more people on the roster. All right. We are up to 15-10 with that shot that just went in. And the gym is now emptying out. We've got some of these games winding down. I believe another New York club and Boston are playing on one court. And looks like Columbus is playing on a second court against the team in gray. Yeah, that's not the job. But that's what I can see. And we've got this game happening here. And then on the other adjacent court, we've got SSC Flanders. And I I've been notified by my cameraman that Milwaukee just scored, now bringing the score up to 11 for Milwaukee and 15 for San Diego. All right. All right, we got some good ball movement going on.
Send them her way, you know? Have a good night.
Wow, another crucial save by the San Diego goalie. And I'm not sure how he's not tired. He has played this entire game, to be honest. I played just a few minutes and I was exhausted. So kudos to his conditioning, whatever he does, because he's been playing this entire game and saving and blocking all the above. All right, back to the game. We've got defense talking about what positions that they're covering, and we've got the back of the all right around that arc right there. Want to give a quick shout out to TDK Complex. I believe that's where this venue is. That's been hosting us. They've been lovely. It is a multi-sports complex. We have 4 courts. All of these games have just been timeout. See you later.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
Hello, hello, hello. Our timeout is semi over. Now it's over with that whistle. We've got 14 minutes left. Yep, 14 minutes left. San Diego is up 15 points. Milwaukee has 13 points. It is a very close game. Honestly, this could be anybody's game. There is no comfortable lead in handball by a lot. But San Diego is driving that lead up even more. They've got now 16 points, and Milwaukee has 13. And we've got some good defense there going. And that wing was just waiting in the wings, but that goalie said, no, thank you, sir. I am ready for it. I think I need to start counting how many shots this goalie has saved because it's been a lot. All right. What do we got going on here? We got some crossing going on, which the defense almost read to a T, and we're going to throw it to the wing. And if they are past you, just let them shoot. Otherwise, it's a 2-minute suspension and a foul. So that wing had already started shooting. Hello. and that is a missed shot. We've got a little Gitz who has just woken up from his nap. I don't think his nap was long enough because he slept. We started the game, so it was at 25 minutes and then a 5 minute halftime, and then we got about 13 minutes elapsed for this one. So it's that 25 plus 5, 30 plus 13, 43. Oh, well, that's not a bad nap, 43 minutes. Definitely not asleep. We'll see how he sleeps. This is baby's first indoor handball tournament game. Yeah, here in Iowa. It's also his first time in Iowa, but it's been his second flight. We flew to St. Kitts to watch the beach handball tournament happening, and he collected some wings that are a pin from the American Airlines crew members, and also took a photo with the pilots. And then on the trip up to Iowa, we flew. Oh, I gotta learn how to tuck and roll like that. Yes, that's my new goal. I think it's just something that you practice and also something that just happens because if you're throwing forward with momentum, your body can, you know, carry you down into the ground and you just gotta tuck and roll. All right, it is 14-7. Yep, we got that going. 14-7. San Diego has 17 points. I am missing a one in front of that. So San Diego has 17 points and Milwaukee has 14 points. And that ball bounced off the corner. His elbow is out of bounds. And that's not the referee that I was looking at. That is the Milwaukee women's coach. And I was like, why is that man not whistling? Because he's not refereeing. He's just also wearing black. Yes, we have a little guest here, Mr. Nola. Would you like to say anything for the people watching at home? No, no, doesn't want to say anything. It just wants to stare. All right, back to the game. Milwaukee goalie saves it. Using this as a coaching opportunity. Very wise. There we go. A little handsy there. And now it is 18-14. San Diego is up by 4, and we've got 10 minutes left in this game. And the Milwaukee just scored. Now the score is 18-15. Is that right? Yep, that is right. Have to just keep looking at the scoreboard to confirm. Always want to double check. What? We're good there. Now, what a shot. Off center. But there was some power behind that shot. And we got actually a goalie substitution in for Milwaukee. I was like, that's a new person down there wearing green. Their goalie also played pretty much the entire game. Fast break from San Diego and a little too high from their wing, a little too high of a shot. So now it becomes Milwaukee's ball. All right, San Diego going down. I'm not really sure you're allowed to push them like that. Push them down on the ground like that. But I'm learning a lot about handball with some them. And San Diego just scored. So now it is 19-15. That is not our scoreboard horn. I have to keep checking. All right, we've got some crossing going. Throwing the ball to the pivot. His hands are up. And he tried to get it in, but just couldn't get it. And San Diego goalie with another save. All right, bringing the ball up to the court. Milwaukee. Nope. San Diego on offense, Milwaukee on defense, but that was almost a turnover right there. And then some pushing and shoving and a little flick on the wrist from the pivot, but that just did not go in. Perfect. All right. Wow. It's kind of interesting what tackles you're allowed to do based on the referees and what they allow. But sometimes you're allowed to just bring them down to the ground, and sometimes you can't. And that ball did not go in. It bounced right off of the corner. Okay, so San Diego is bringing the ball up on offense. We have 6 minutes left. Score is 19-15. Let's see what happens. They're only with a 4-point difference. Oh, make that 5. San Diego is extending their lead now, 20-15. And there's some holding there. Wow, he was wide open. Not really sure who was defending him, but he took advantage of that wide open gap. Now we're back to 4 points. 20-16 is the score. San Diego's up. We've got roughly 5 minutes left in this game. If this game ends in a tie, then it just ends in a tie. We've been having, nope, we can't eat the wire. No, we cannot. Wires are not for chewing. No, wires are not for chewing. Wires are for connecting things. Oh, wow. He hit his face. Yes, that's definitely not allowed. I wonder if that's going to be a 2-minute because that San Diego goalie got a substitution. There was a warning. No penalty assessed, but we're going to restart the play at the 9 meter. And Milwaukee scores. So now it is 20-17. That's 5 minutes left. We got the whistle blown. Ready to start. Bringing the ball up the court. Yes. All I can really think about is where we're going to have for dinner. It is 15 here at St. San Diego scores. And I had raisin canes for lunch after my gate. And I think it's the last meal that I ate today. So I heard some taco place nearby is really good. There have been a lot of restaurant options around here in Iowa. I'm impressed. There were burgers, Thai food, Chinese, meat and company, Dave's Hot Chicken. We had that the first night. Nothing but cakes. I'm gonna try to get one before we go home tomorrow. That might be nice. Maybe get one for the drive. Guys, we got about like 2-3 hour drive home from well, I keep saying home. We're going to Chicago because that's the closest major airport to where we are in Iowa. It's in Davenport, Iowa. It's called Quad Cities because it's you know, 4 cities, Davenport, and I think there's like a Bettendorf and Moline, and I'm missing what makes it the fourth. Now we might have some commentary from our little member. We got a timeout. See ya.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunderborg, we are close.
All right, we are back. We have less than 3.5 minutes left in this game. And that ball rolled right to the wing, and then Milwaukee scored. Now the score is 22-19. And we've got about 3 minutes left. Let's just make this more accurate. That's not what I wanted. I think this is what I want now. Wow, look at him go. No goal, no goal. That was no goal. I'm assuming there was no goal because his foot was in the crease. If your foot is in the 6-meter line or if you travel, then it's not a goal. But San Diego just scored. So now it is a 2-point game with 2 minutes left. You know? Thank you. Okay. And San Diego scores. Thank you. All right. We've got Milwaukee passing the ball around, and he's got tied up in some defense right there. But now it is 23-21 with a minute and a half left. Let's make this back up. And Milwaukee got that fast break and that turnover, but just a little too much on the throw right there. And that is a timeout. Let's pause that. Jump, shoot. All right. We took a timeout because the ball went way out of bounds. We needed to have a spectator get the ball for us. And that's another turnover from San Diego. Let's see here. See if that Milwaukee player was able to redeem himself, and he did. So now we have a 1-point game, and we have 48 seconds left. All right. We've got some heavy defense going on there because it is a 1-point game. And oh, wow, what a save from Milwaukee. Now, 1-point game, 25 seconds left. 17 seconds. 16, 12, 10, 9. Wow! Milwaukee with the tie. We are tied at 23. And the game is over. The game ends in a tie. Look at that. We just watched fun happen. Game is over. Game ends in a tie. San Diego and Milwaukee each with 23 points. And that is it for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and have a good night. We are back. Apparently, if it is not just a regular game, it is not going to end in a tie because it looks like nobody has left the court yet. And I'm interested to see what's going to happen, if they're going to do penalty shootouts or they're just going to give them extra time on the clock and let them play it out until time expires, or waiting to see what the referees are going to notify us about. It looks like the teams are deciding which net they want to shoot on.
They don't know the rules.
Yeah, it looks like we're all trying to figure out what's going on here.
Brian's coming here.
We had to get some assistance from our IHF friends that are here to kind of help guide what we do in this situation.
2 5.5.
So we're gonna get 2 5-minute halves. So 10 more minutes of playing time. So I'm intrigued to know, does the score just keep increasing? Yeah. Okay, we got 2 5-minute halves. Let me update this. So we've got our first update.
That is still tied, then it's a shootout.
All right, so heard it through the grapevine that there are 2 5-minute halves, and if it's still a tie, then we get into a shootout. That trickled down from the coaching staff to the players. All right, let's get going. This is our first 5-minute half. And the score stays at 23, and then each possession that ends up in the score, like that ones, will just increase as we go. And San Diego has the ball. They are passing it around, doing some fun crossovers. I'm not sure how many steps that was. I gotta start counting these steps. I believe you have 3 steps for when you first catch the ball. Let's see. No, he dribbled. Now he has to pass. Otherwise, it's going to be a double dribble. Oh, see, I forgot to count steps again. It just happens so fast, you know? This game is so fast paced, you really got to pay attention to what's going on. All right. Milwaukee now. On offense, we've got 3.5 minutes left, roughly. He just dribbled, meaning he needs to shoot in that wing, but the goalie, San Diego goalie with the yellow gradient outfits, made a save. All right, what do we got going on? In the game opposite me, we've got Columbus, and somebody told me it was Flanders' team, but they're wearing gray. Might be the Flanders team. I'm not sure. That game is over. That game just finished. It looks like Columbus is celebrating. So that is 28-23. That game is over. Columbus is in the blue. They're celebrating. Usually when the players are celebrating, that means they won. That's a safe assumption. And then on the corner or the court diagonal from me, we have NYAC and Boston. Cannot see that scoreboard. It is blocked. And then we've got LA and I want to say Minnesota. Whoa, what a block by that Milwaukee goalie. And now the referee is warning number 27 about why that was a foul. And now we're going to have a 7-meter penalty shot from San Diego. And they scored. So now it is 25-24. San Diego is up by 1. And we have a minute and some change left in our first half, our first overtime half, we can call it. I'm going to call it an overtime half. Oh, number 50 is handsy again. A little too handsy. They already gave him a warning. It's going to be interesting to see if nope, no bull, but it remains Milwaukee's ball. They're going to have to restart this at 9 meters, and San Diego saved it. No goal. You know, I'm intrigued why we need 2 5-minute halves if 1 5-minute half could suffice, but learning about the overtime rules because every other game this weekend has just ended in a tie, and that was it. But now, because this is what happened to trying to stop that at 19 seconds, so let me fix that right there. 19 seconds. And then we play on. Now we're up to 15 seconds. So let me fix that. All right. It is 26 to 24. And we've got a lot of entanglement happening right there. And game is, well, that first 5-minute half is over. San Diego's up 26. Milwaukee has 20. Now we're going to go to our second 5-minute half. And the teams are going to switch sides again, like they do during the regular play. So that way everybody has an equal opportunity to shoot. Right. You've got a fresh 5 minutes on the clock. We are ready to boogie. Teams have switched their benches. And away we almost go. All right. Score remains now. It does not remain. San Diego, 27 points, and Milwaukee, 24 points. And San Diego scores again. It is 28 to 24. Milwaukee is going to bring the ball up. San Diego is going to play a 5-1 defense, and now they're all going back to the 6-meter. Their pivot is going around. We're going to restart the play. I don't know. You can really hold with their shooters like that. Interesting. Interesting defensive strategy. Play restarts again at the 9-meter. And that is a goal for Milwaukee. Now there is a 3-point difference. San Diego is up by 3. I'm out. See ya.
When you're close, you can feel it. You try harder. And you don't give up. Because when you're close, you do more. For the people that matter to you. And for the future, which is just around the corner. Being close is the best place to be. And in Sunneborg, we are close.
And we are almost back. We're gonna wait for the whistle. Off we go. Pass to the pivot and San Diego scores. We save from the San Diego goalie. We got a lot of jumping there, and they're all tangled, and everybody's just falling, and all of this. Now we've got the goalie playing out. Oh my goodness, all of this collisions. And Milwaukee scores. We had a lot of team on team collision right there. It was a very physical overtime. It is 29-26. We're going to stop the time. Now we're going to resume time. And San Diego scores. It is 30-26 with 93 seconds left. It remains Milwaukee ball with that goalie save right there. And Milwaukee just scores again from their wings. Now it is 30-27 with a minute 15 left. San Diego score. Now we got an even minute left. It is 27-31. Now it's 27-32. And we've got 40 seconds left. Milwaukee just tried to lob the ball. Now they're doing a fast break. San Diego did a fast break. But Milwaukee got that and the turnover. And San Diego just tipped it. But that counts as a goal. So now it is 32-20. All right. Yeah. 32-28. Milwaukee ball. We have 3 seconds left. And San Diego scores. 33-28. San Diego win. All right, folks. That is it for the evening. This time I actually think that is it for the evening. They are doing high five. So thank you so much for listening. Tune in tomorrow for placement.